Hi friends, this is Suzy, your Candy Crush guru. It is January 17th, 2024, and I'm here for another crack at connections. Let's see what we've got today. We've got solution, awful, bond, base, range, rather, mode, king, median, stern, glass, gross, pretty, real, mean, and element. Huh. Nothing strikes me right away. I thought bond would, but I don't see anything there. Solution, I'm thinking a chemical solution, base solution. Hold on. Base, solution, element, bond. These sound like chemistry terms, right? A chemical base, chemical solution, chemical element, chemical bond. I don't know if any of these others belong in that group, but let's see if we can find some more categories. Rather. I would rather. To me, rather is very limited. This or that. And I don't see anything else that means what rather means. Not right away, anyway. What about range? Oh, here we've got some numbers. We've got range, we've got mode, we've got median, we've got mean. Okay, so we've done science, we've done math. All right. Gross is a number, but not in the same realm as range, mode, median, and mean. This is a group of numbers. Well, talks about a group of numbers. King, pretty, stern. Let's put down the ones we haven't used yet. We've used base, we've used range, we have not used gross, we have not used pretty, we have not used rather, we've not used glass, we have not used real, awful, stern, mean, solution, we've used king. Okay, so these are the ones that we have to figure out how they go together. I'm thinking with rather, is it like replace a letter and it becomes, or add a letter and it becomes? Because we've seen that kind of thing before, and rather just seems so specific and not related. Unless it's a fill in the blank thing, like rather something awful. Awful could be lawful. Can we add L's to anything else? I don't see it. Stern. Stern O would be a fuel. No, I don't see that. I'm kind of also stuck on this chemistry and mathematics. I'm wondering if it's more subjects we need to study here. Pretty. Pretty is an adjective. Awful is an adjective. Stern is an adjective. Gross, real. Gross could be an amount. What is it, like 133 or something like that? I'm probably wrong. I get numbers wrong all the time. But it's a large number. A gross of something. Wow. I think I'm going to try some of these and see if I can get rid of, and I think I'm more comfortable with math because I have the feeling, well, no, I'm going to go ahead and do base, bond, solution, element. I'm going to do that. We got it. Chemistry terms. And then mean, range, median, mode. Data set data. And then we have got these, and now I've got a different way to look at them. I can look at them drawn out here, but I can also look at them here kind of in relation to one another. So we've got the word gross. Gross could be awful, but it doesn't really work with anything else. Oh, that's gross. Oh, that's awful. Oh, that's king. No, that's real. Or this could be real. No, I don't see that. Glass houses, stern houses, real houses, awful houses, gross houses, king houses, rather houses, pretty houses. Glass, looking stern, looking real, looking awful, looking gross, looking king, looking rather, looking pretty. Well, looking kind of works with those, but not in the same way it works with looking glass. Today I feel like I might be looking gross. My goal is to be looking pretty. Looking rather pretty. Let's see. Glass. Glass. A glass could be full, right? None of those others look like they could be full or empty. Glass is a material. None of these look like they could be a material. Glass. No, I don't know. Okay, so stern. From stem to stern. I don't see how that works. I have the feeling this is going to be something so super tricky, but usually there's just one category that's super tricky, and then the other is somewhat normal. I'm not able to distinguish. These both feel like super tricky ones. Of course, they are both the blue and the purple that we need to get to. And here for me, chemistry and math terms are like the blue and purple in my world. Real. Real. Real would be like true, excuse me, actual. King Arthur, gross Arthur, rather Arthur, pretty Arthur, glass Arthur, stern Arthur, real Arthur, awful Arthur. King Kong, gross Kong, rather Kong, pretty Kong, glass Kong, stern Kong. Blank king. I might have to just start guessing things. Let's look at those adjectives. As adjectives, we've got gross, stern, awful, pretty. I mean, glass could be one, rather could be one, real could be one, gross, stern, awful. I think I'm just going to have to guess at this point. Nothing is hitting me. Okay, so nothing is hitting me. Let me just keep trying. Gross point, king point, rather point, pretty point, glass point, stern point, real point, awful point. Gross income, king income, rather income, pretty income, glass income, stern income, real income, awful income. Well, those match. Gross. Gosh, I came up with point and income. I think that's pretty good. Gross. Awful. I still want to make this lawful. I still want to change these. But then what can I add? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. I don't see anything I could really add to here except for an L. And I can't add an L to the beginning of anything else. So I don't think that that's it. We don't have a whole lot of things that start with vowels. So probably that line, that tack, is probably not a good path to follow. But what about changing a letter? So rather becomes gather. Real becomes geel? No. A, B, C, D, E. Father. Rather becomes father. We don't have a mother. We don't have a brother, a sister, an aunt, an uncle. I don't know why I said aunt. I say aunt in real life. Just so you know. Oh, this could be like hiking. Could it be like not quite a suffix because ing would be the suffix, but a suffix with something else. So I don't see that. I think I'm just going to have to start trying. Gross, stern, awful. Let's do real. Didn't even come close. I mean, it wasn't one away. So we tried gross, stern, awful, and real. And at least two of those didn't belong with the other two. All right. So we know that. So, something stately, king. Well, let's see. Which two belong together and what two can we substitute? I have no idea because I don't know why I chose that group. It was just a random group. What if we just try it based on where it is? Gross, king, rather pretty. That's not going to work because we probably need another one of these to show up in there. So let's do this. This is just gambling until I figure something out or use up all my mistakes. One away. Okay, so we've got now something to go on. Gross. King. Rather. Glass. Okay. Gross, king, rather, and glass. Before we tried gross, stern, awful, and real, why did I choose glass instead of pretty since it wasn't in there? I don't know. I just kind of assumed since it wasn't one of this group, but that was a wrong assumption. I had gross, stern, awful, and real. I had this with this. So, what do we know? Gosh. gross, king, rather, and glass. These three of these work together. King. Gross, rather, and glass. Help me out, folks. Send me your telepathic messages right now, because I am just stumped. All right, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to do something that I recommend that you do. It's harder for me to do, but I'm going to recommend it to you, and I'm going to try it today. I'm going to leave it alone. I'm going to pause the recording. I'm going to just leave my computer the way it is, and then later today I'll come back and I'll see if I have a fresh set of eyes to tackle this. That's what I'm going to do, and that's what I recommend you do when you get stumped on this, instead of just, throwing out as many different ideas as you can and see what sticks. So I'll be back in a little while. Okay, here I am again, ready to look at each word again, all new. So we've got the word awful. It could be like it could be an awful situation, a real situation, a stern situation, a glass situation, a gross situation, a king situation, a rather situation, a pretty situation. I don't see it. Awful could be actually it could have a good connotation. Like awesome, awful. I don't see it. Real. Real could be the opposite of fake. Could be true. It could be real cool. Awful cool. Awfully cool. Stern cool. Glass cool. Pretty cool. Rather cool. Oh, I think I got something. Okay. We've got real cool. Rather cool. Pretty cool. Real gross. Rather gross. Pretty gross. We've got kind of colloquial adjectives. What else goes with that? Is it awful? It's awful gross. I mean, I would say awfully gross. But if we're talking colloquial, then... oh, maybe that's it. Because I don't see stern working that way. It's stern cool. It's king cool. It's gross cool. It's glass cool. I think I have to try it. I think my idea of adjectives was working earlier and I just didn't draw it out enough. I didn't use them as adjectives. As soon as I started using the word real as an adjective, and see, I was thinking of pretty in terms of beauty, not in terms of degree. It's pretty cool. It's rather cool. It's real cool. It's awful cool. Awful is what threw me, I think. Well, I don't know. I still don't think I had it. Oh, I have it now, though. Adjective intensifiers. So that leaves gross glass, gross king glass, and stern. And I don't know. I don't know why, but I got it. So that's good enough. Radio, hold on, what? Radio Hall of Fame members, glass, gross, king, and stern. No stinking way would I ever have gotten that. Nope. No, wouldn't have done it. Absolutely not. Because, of course, all of these, besides being names, are also just regular words. And who's going to go around thinking of Radio Hall of Fame members? I maybe could have come up with Howard Stern. I don't even know who these other people are, but I try not to think of Howard Stern in my daily life. So I don't think I would have. Ah, I can't believe I got that one. All right, taking a break super, super, super helped me. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to put those below. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.